So I always appreciate when I get humbled by the universe. So I had already started recording and I was in this really bubbly, jubilant energy, and I started shuffling and a card flipped out and went down in between the seat and the center console here. So as I reached down, I realized there were 2 cards from my Rider-Waite Coleman tarot deck that were still in there from the last time I did a reading in the car, and they must have fallen and I didn't realize. So I got a 3-card spread and I started sharing, and then Spirit came through, was like, stop the recording, this is just for you, right? So that was pretty cool. I got a personal message from Spirit that I really, really needed for some clarification and, you know, stuff that I'm doing personally and professionally in my life. So here we are back again, and I am ready to tap into your energy. So calling on the Holy Spirit to guide this reading, call on the angels, passed on loved ones, beings of light, and spirit guides. Whoever has a message for the highest and greatest good of the one who has clicked on this reading and is watching now, allow me to be a channel and pass the message on. Amen. I love this deck. It's sunshine. My name is Joy. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Joy, and on this channel, we like to have fun, really connect with each other through vulnerability, through authenticity, through calling it how it is. Sometimes that's tough love. And I'm not a traditional tarot reader, so I will interpret the cards as I intuitively sense, according to my clairsenses and my life experience or day-to-day experience where Spirit calls my attention to certain things. So the song Blackbird, oh, a card just flipped, but I don't want to look at it yet. Blackbird singing in the dead of night, take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. Oh, that song has been coming up a lot, so maybe you were the Beatles. I was very sheltered as a child, so I'm pretty sure that's the Beatles, yes. All right, let's see what's flipping out here. So the first card that came out a few minutes ago is Death. Now, this is not ominous, like mortal, you know, fatality. Don't freak out if you're new to tarot. Some of the cards can be, you know, we make assumptions, but death is just an ending. And if you notice that from the skulls on the bottom, this beautiful flower is already growing. It's already bloomed. And in fact, it's bloomed so beautifully that it's about to pop through the top. And this is an hourglass. So something about time. You've bloomed in time. You bloom outside of time because you can take what death, the ending of things, number 13, I'm being drawn to also. From the ending of things, you grow and bloom more beautifully than ever before. So time doesn't exist when you are choosing the rate at which you grow. But it's all happening in divine timing. Oh, I love that. So, oh wow, we've got 4, 4, and 13 translates to a 4, right? Adds up to a 4 in numerology. So we've got 4, 4, 4. That might be significant. 4 of Cups actually came out in the reverse, and I don't always keep cards in reverse, but I am drawn to keep this one in the reverse. Cups are emotions, and an emotional foundation was necessary for you to be able to harness the power of endings, right? And learn from it and grow from it. You have to have an emotionally stable place to return to come back to. Oh, how interesting the way the light is hitting that. You can't even see the cups. The focus is just, this almost looks like an eye in the camera that I'm seeing. I don't know if you guys can tell. Interesting. So when you are able to see stability, to see positivity, when you have that stable place, that stable emotional foundation to return to, that's the core of who you are, right? And there's something about seeing the core of who you are and coming back to it. Because at the core of who you are, we are like source, right? Atman is Brahman. So from source, we came, into source we shall return. And tapping into, like, imagine this is your heart chakra. And I know red is root chakra, but this feels like a flower blooming in your heart. And that's the core of who you are. And when you come back to that place, no one can emotionally rock you, right? So this Four of Cups in reverse here, you've had to do that. And you've had to learn it through experience, how to return to that source within you, that source of ever-giving life that just continuously blooms. That's who source is. And each of us has a piece of source within us, and that's the point of this whole journey, right? That's how you transform death to rebirth, death to new life. This flower blooming is a physical manifestation of you emotionally becoming in sync with the core of who you are, which is source. And source is ever giving of life. So you bloom effortlessly when you get in touch with that piece of you. Wow, this is such a beautiful message. Oh, I'm loving it. Thank you for letting me bring this message through to you today. Another one fell. The Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords in reverse here, actually. Now the Ace of Swords is cutting away that which is unnecessary. Cutting down to the bare bones. So the bare bones of who you are with everything stripped away in death, right? Who are you at your core? Falling in love with that piece of you now, remembering that piece of you now, making that as a stable home for you to come back to. And we do this by, if you notice the crown, it's upside down. We're cutting away the human egoic ideologies of everything that you feel gives you status in this world, right? And when you cut all of that away, you strip it away, what are you left with? Here's the other four, the Four of Pentacles. Growing, blooming, multiplying. I'm just noticing this design here. It almost looks like a prism, right? That I'm seeing this image, but it's about to shift into something else that's equally as beautiful. And these shapes just kind of play with each other as they move rapidly from one phase to another. And there's something about you moving rapidly, and Judgment also came out, and here you are as the butterfly, you're transforming, but that requires you to cut away everything from the ego, everything that the ego is using to convince you gives you value as a soul on this planet or as a human being. Your value is in your ability to transform from death, from endings to new beginnings by coming back to the core of who you are. And then you transform. You shift rapidly in this very abundant, energy of, I want to say like multi-dimensional. Like this seems like you are very able to just, give me the word, Spirit. What word am I looking for here? It's like exquisite design. Exquisite design. The fractals. There we go. You are able to multiply and jump fractals in this existence. Like you recognize the patterns and the beauty of the patterns and the beauty of the shapes, and then you jump to another more intricate existence. So this Four of Pentacles can all of a sudden multiply into 8 pentacles, into 12, into 16. And that's what you do. That's what you do when you tap into your core essence. When you let go of the ego and you cut everything out that is false. That's false value. Because everything that you need, you came in with at your core. And that's going to allow you to bloom, to transform into bloom. Oh, what a beautiful message. The Two of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, I'm just noticing this looks like an infinity symbol. I have one. Oh, excuse me. Just got a burp. Like I got choked up. I got stuck. That was very strange. Okay. The Two of Pentacles, what I'm noticing here is this infinity symbol that is wrapping around the Two Pentacles. Like these are the original two. And from these original two, the rest multiply. So from your ability to transform from death, your ability to transform from death, like the butterfly, by cutting away everything you don't need, by tuning into the core of who you are, okay, being emotionally stable and returning to that core, that's your key. That's your magic key. Where's the, hold on. Here we go. Every experience that you've been through is just a fractal of who you are. And the original Two Pentacles right here, they're infinity. They've always been there. They've always been there. And your ability to transform multiplies these forever. You've always had it. You just didn't realize it. And when you multiply your pentacles by upgrading the version of you that you are, by allowing yourself to tap into source energy, to have that stable foundation in knowing who you are, that you are a piece of source, enables you to be able to do this, to multiply these pentacles limitlessly. Because multiplying your pentacles is just a byproduct of jumping to a higher fractal of yourself, because everything exists in fractals. So you're just jumping timelines in a sense. And the more that you can come back to that self, that expression of source within you, the more regulated you are emotionally, the more effortlessly you attract everything that you desire, because you're jumping fractals. And as a result of you energetically doing that, the pentacles show up. It's a match. As above, so below. Oh my gosh, what a cool message. All right, final message for the collective. I hope you guys, this was a really out there reading, and it's not for everyone. If it's not for you, don't leave hateful comments, or do. It won't bother me. It deflects. Nothing like that can get through to me anymore, because I come back to the core of who I am, right? But if you are tracking with this reading, please, I would love to hear what's going on, what fractal of your own version of self you are going to quantum leap to, and what strategies you have for coming back to that centered place. So I like EFT tapping. I like walking in nature. I enjoy eating. I'm very present with my food. I'm very present on my walks, and like I said, EFT tapping, it's tapping on energy meridians in the body to like release stuck energy. And I would actually love to do more research on that. I'm considering going back to school, so wish me luck to finish my degree and change my major. So we'll see. I know I'm getting sidetracked, but please share with me what your strategies are for regulating your emotions and for coming back to that centered place. What are your go-tos? Meditation, yoga. All right, so the last card out was the Eight of Cups, and it's just this beautiful, like, calm energy. All the cups are stacked. You're balanced, you're centered, and you're just stacking, right? Stacking pentacles, stacking love, stacking abundance, stacking the spirit of giving. I'm noticing he's like just taking flight. Like he's not sitting there hoarding his cups. He's just a pure dove, just taking flight. I want to say off to the moon. I don't know if this is a moon or a sun in the corner, but there's something coming through about the power of the moon. And its influence on us. So maybe I'm not well versed in astrology, so I'm not even going to try, but there's something about the moon here. So maybe check out the lunar cycles and your chart and see how much influence the moon is having on you, as on your day-to-day. But this is what's on the other side of that transformation. You're stacking pentacles, you're in a balanced, grateful energy, and you're just quantum leaping. You're quantum leaping for infinitely quantum leaping into better and better versions of yourself. What a cool reading. This was deep. This was intense. So if you're not, on the spiritual train like that, then this may not resonate. But if you are, let me know what's going on. That's it for today. Thank you guys for sharing your energy with me. Please share, like, subscribe, interact with each other. Let's enjoy the community that this channel has started creating. And I am so, so grateful. I just got a notification that we hit 500 subscribers, and this is only in a few weeks. So this is really, really cool. Clearly something is resonating with someone, and that's the whole point, right? To bring joy to the world. So I'm so grateful for this opportunity to hang out with you guys, and for you to hang out with me virtually. Maybe one day, meet in person, but I'm so grateful for this community that we are already creating together. So until next time, I'll try to get on here every day. I am, a single mama and working my butt off and making it alongside my other entrepreneurial pursuits. But I am so grateful for each of you and for you subscribing and hanging out with me, and that I can impact hopefully someone every time I drop a video. So I'll do my best to do one tomorrow, but if not, I will never miss 2 days. That's a quote that I heard. I don't remember who by, but they said, once you skip 2 days, it's a habit. It's a formation of a new habit. So you can skip one day, life happens, but I will make it my commitment to not to skip 2 days. So Until next time, peace out, world.